All right, you ready?
Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to Overthinking Understanding Podcast. I am your host, Viktoriya Moore, joined with my co-host.
Tiniqwa. Hey, y'all.
Her real name Tucci, but she trying to be professional. And
Yeah.
today we will be talking about when life gets busy. So how we starting this off? Like, what does busy mean to you? It'd be like life busy. What that mean to you?
Mm, I always use the term life been lifing. That's how I define my busy. Because to be honest, we get caught up in just everyday life, and we be so busy. It'd be so hard to like. What would be the word? Like step back and
Juggle,
relax.
manage.
Yeah, like it'd be so hard to just make time. That's really what it
Yeah,
is. The problem is making time.
yeah. That's how I feel. I be like when I be feeling like my life get too busy, I'm not managing my time correctly.
Right.
It be like
And I feel like if
something is taking too much of my time, and I'm not able to get everything done. And 9 times out of 10, it's the army.
yeah, yeah,
It be like you here all day, and then you getting stuff accomplished for them. I mean soldiers, whatever else I gotta get it accomplished for. But it's like I'm not managing it right. Cause you could tell them no. What you gonna do? Fire me? No, like it's just like
they might. Wait, can they fire you?
they don't work like
Oh.
that. We be wanting to get fired. Even when you mess around and get fired and you end past your contract for they can fire you the way they want to fire you. It don't work like that. You get in trouble. You might get rolled up. You might not get rolled up. Might get talking to you still there. You like, man, I just knew it ain't no fucking
This is gonna
fire.
be the
Ain't
last
no
straw. I'm dead.
well, what's the personal experience you got about when your life got busy? Like a busy period in your life.
I can't say like now. I feel like I'm real busy now. I feel like so of course, like I told you earlier, we down to one car.
Yeah.
So like my life starts at like I need to be asleep now, to be honest. In order for me to have a productive day tomorrow, I literally need to be asleep by 6. I'm gonna give it a good 6. Cause I
Yeah.
wake up early as hell. I wake up like around 4:35 ish. I take Ray to work, gotta get back home. Avery has to be in school at 7, and then I have to be to class or like to my internship by 8 or 9. I have to get off, take my lunch late, go pick up Avery up. Like it's a lot. Then once I actually get off, Avery got football practice at 5:30. So it's like mine is just my bases are all loaded. Like I'm
Yeah.
always doing
I
and busy.
that's yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, so like now I can't say all the other times I'd be like, oh, I'm busy. 9 times out of 10, I'll probably be sitting at home scrolling on Facebook. But now life be life and I be so busy. I be forgetting like, oh, I didn't eat all day.
I can say the same thing right now. I think right now, well, it's hard because my last job we used to fly, but you didn't really get like we didn't really get bothered while we were flying. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like now I'm actually busy. Like I'm one person, and it's like I'm in charge of 36 other people, and 36 other people. Let's say you got 36 other people with 10 other problems. That's what 3,600 problems, and it's just like now it's like busy. On top of that, you got a spouse. On top of that, you got a house. On top of that, you still got I got school, and I'm trying to well not trying like it's done now, but like trying to finish up school, taking 2 classes at once. So now you got to make the discussion post. You got to dang do your assignments. You got to do, and it's just like now I feel like it's busy. On top of that, I can't get fat. The job I signed up for, you can't get out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I did it, but you got to be in a certain level of shape. And I just wish it would be normal. Like you know what? You don't worry about if I'm healthy or not healthy or whatever. Let me be whatever.
Because that's a lot for you.
Whatever size I want to be. Eat what I want to.
Yeah.
So now I feel like you say, life be lifing. Like I just feel busy. Like I'm not. It's so much stuff to do. I feel like I'm not able to manage the time. And then like boxing. Like I want to box. I want to do my amateur fights. So it's just like in order to give anything to everything that you're doing, I just feel like I'm busy.
So how does that mess with you mentally and physically? Because I know you got to stay fit for your job. What
suck? Like I kid you not. I feel like I would be in better shape outside of the service because go back to the thing is you busy. So like I'm able to pass a PT test no problem. And it, don't get me wrong, like you do one slip, whatever, it might go down. But I'm able now, like I'm better. Like I understand, like you have to work out every day, or you ain't gonna be able to do what you need to. But I ain't never been bad. The same thing, my kryptonite forever been my kryptonite running. Other than that, like I done always been good on whatever I need to do. But right now I got a headache. Like I got a real bad headache, and then I got 3 sets of lights shining in my face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the dang noise. You and all you want to do is go to sleep. But this is something that you want to do. So physically, I could say like my body. Like I feel like my body never really gets a chance to recover. Because if I'm sore from the gym and I'm tired and I want to sleep, I got to give time to the spouse. I got to give time to whatever I need to do. So it's like, even though I'm tired physically, I feel like I never get a right chance to recover. And then mentally, it's the same thing. Like I don't feel like when you get busy, you're not able to sit there and think and process stuff as clear as you would want to. So then you just kind of go like the futon. I could have waited. It's other things I could have brought in and did or whatever, but it's like, no, I got this in my mind, and this futon go help my mental health because it's busy, but I got something accomplished that I wanted to, and now it's like, I'm sitting on it, and it feels good, but I don't know. I feel like both. You get busy, I just be like, it's kind of like autopilot. What about you?
Like you be in a trance. Yeah. I can say that. I get that. Yes. Oh my gosh. Because for me, it's just like when I get busy, my problem is I try to do everything at once.
Yeah.
So once I have something set in my mind, like I try to like accomplish it all. Yeah. And if I don't, I'll be feeling so mentally defeated. Like, oh, I didn't get to do all. Like today, I had it set on my mind. We were supposed to, I was like, boom, after church, we're going to go look for Aubrey, place for her to have her birthday. After that, we're going to go, well, before that, we're going to go to eat. After that, we're going to go look for Aubrey to have a birthday. I'm going to come home, take a nap, get up at 8, go grocery shopping, and like my day going to be accomplished. All I got to do now is come home and clean up.
Yeah.
I didn't do none of that. I didn't do none of that. I got to church. We went out to eat. That took way longer than I thought. After that, came home, went to sleep. And to be honest, I was just like, I'm not even trying to do all that. I be so busy and I'm just always trying to like accomplish so much. And like that start affecting me mentally because I start being irrational. Like I won't sit back and think clear. Like I just start making stupid decisions. So yeah, I definitely get that. Physically, I ain't gonna lie. Physically, it be like my body be tense. I ain't gonna lie. I've been going to get a lot of massages lately.
Yeah, what? I came back from training. I was in the middle of the mall getting broke down. I was like, it hurt. Like my back just started seizing up.
Mm-hmm. And you start getting lumps and yeah. So I definitely been on the. Yeah, I need to at least go look at the masseuse maybe.
I mean,
more than
chiropractic because
chiropractic too.
Yeah, chiropractic. Them adjustments feel good.
Yeah.
So what? Like
I haven't went to one yet though.
Say it again.
I haven't went to a chiropractor yet.
You don't like a chiropractor, like that little pop and stuff. It's kind of like a real, like I ain't gonna say that. You know, like when you hear about massages, you feel like, oh, it's gonna be so relaxing, and then when you get a massage, you like it kind of hurt. Like they breaking it down, and then after a while, they start feeling even better.
Good.
You get to go on to sleep and stuff, but The chiropractor is, I don't know, it's kind of like the opposite. Like you feel a crack in the pop or whatever, but it don't necessarily hurt. Like you like, ooh, okay. So,
Cause see, my problem is, I ain't gonna lie. Now I feel like I be going to the people place to go to sleep. Ain't
oh
gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah.
They be rubbing me down with some CBD oil, and I don't even use CBD oil at home. I never get it because it never works at home for some odd reason. But when I go to the masseuse place, I mean, to get a massage, oh my God, I be in there.
Cause
And
your
it was
mind
like,
get to relax. You get to like at the house. You like, man, this ain't gonna work. And then you tell yourself that it probably do the same thing. But you there. You like, I get this 30, 45 minutes just for me. I'm gonna make it work. Like
nah, for
that
real.
thing ain't doing no different than what it do at the house. But you're like, ooh, it feel good. Like your mind is able to calm.
relax.
So how can you identify triggers? Like, what's some triggers when you know, like, okay, my life is getting busy, or you can like know my life getting busy because of these triggers?
I start getting moody, and I stop having empathy towards situations.
Oh,
Like
that's a good
I,
point.
I start being like, cause like with my kids, I do a lot of the soft parenting. I'm not gonna lie. They'll do the hard stuff. I'm the soft parent. Once I see myself not being that soft parent no more, and like I start get frustrated with Avery, like in the morning going to school, or Aubrey, she's two, so you know what I'm saying. She's always in my face, or like my mama call and she's complaining about something, and I just sort of kind of just even like at work, like I know that I need to take a break. I need to do like a mental health day.
Yeah,
If like I do, I work at Catholic Charities, and I do like the parenting classes,
yeah.
and they give out free diapers and stuff like that. If you come sit into a class, like we got like it's a whole bunch of stuff that they give out. Like it's stuff for mamas, some for all the kids, diapers as well. But it's free if you
Can
come
anybody
and
come
sit
do
down.
it?
Uh, you got to have a kid under 3. So 3 and under. Long as they're in diapers, and then we have stuff for bigger kids, but that's the only way you qualify.
Got you. Okay. So it don't have nothing to do with insurance or nothing?
No, it's free. It's you literally walk in the day of the class, and you sign up, sign a paper. You don't really give too much information besides like the kids, your name, number, their ages, and stuff like that. And they do stuff like, you come to a class one time, you go into a raffle for Christmas. They'll give your whole household Christmas, but it's limited spots.
Nah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, what? I was doing a Christmas call last week. But yeah, a lot of the mamas come in there and they like miss the sessions. And I honestly, like I told you, anytime I get mentally exhausted, that empathy button goes off.
Yeah.
And I remember like a mama was talking to me and she was like, I just can't work right now. But you're missing the classes. And she was like, yeah, but that's because I'm looking for work. Okay, but I didn't see you for like 2 months now. And at that moment, like me, I'm listening to myself respond to her like, okay, and she's just like, well, I'm not really trying to like use you. I just need the diapers. I'm just like, after that meeting, because I apologized to her. I was like, to be honest, I'm just overwhelmed, mentally exhausted, and it's not you, it's me. I end up apologizing, but after that, I remember like going to my boss. I'm like, yeah, I need to go home.
Yeah.
I need to go home and take a nap.
I think that's. I feel like I have always. I feel like I have always lacked the empathy button. Like
Why?
no,
You feel
because
like
it's
that?
like I can understand and be like I have been in that situation,
You can
but
sympathize.
but no, because sympathizing is like feeling bad for somebody. Like I feel bad that this is going on with you. I feel like you need pity. Like I'm able to empathize with somebody in my head, but it's like I had it hard too. So it's just like if I felt I put myself in your shoes, it's like I put myself in your shoes and it's like I did this. And then people get to talking, it's like, shit, you had it better than me. Like
But you don't come off like that. You might feel like you saying it, but you've never said it to me.
Yeah,
even like when I call you to complain.
People will never know. It's just like a transparent thing I do it myself, because you learn to navigate it. Like I check myself because I know me as a person. So it's like, dang, bro, like, man, it's harder, but like that's not. So that's what I mean. Where like I'm able to understand, like, they're not me, so I can listen, I can get advice, but in my soul, in my body, I'm like, bro, like you like we going through the same thing. Like you think I got it better just because like we are going through the exact same thing. Like exact same. Oh, I'm struggling, but me too. Me too. And it ain't no help. Like, you get into the limbo of like, shit, you can go out, get some assistance. I am the assistance.
I was just about to say, you are the help.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you are the assistance, you like, bro, like I'm going through. So that was a good point, especially like with my soldiers. Sometimes it's harder because it's like people got real life problems. People working 2-3 jobs. Like, it's soldiers working 2-3 jobs as soldiers, and you got soldiers complaining about working. Like, you joined the military, you joined the army. This is not a regular job. It's not a 8 hours and you go home. Like, we trying to grow into that. And some jobs in the military have that. You decide to be a military culinary professional. You are a cook. Regardless, rain, sleet, snow, active shooter, you need to. We gotta cook. Like, the whole world will shut down if the cooks ain't in there cooking. And it's just like, you hear the soldiers complain. My biggest thing, they be like, so I'm more as aggressive. And I'd be like, you want me to sleep with you? Are you not my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my nut? I'm here I'm supposed to be assertive. It's not no wiggle room. Like, and sometimes I get it, and it's like, I'm just correcting you. Like, I had NCOs that was hard days at work, hard times in their relationship, and they coming to make your life miserable. That's not me. I'm here to correct deficiencies and move on about my business. I ain't up here like, I'm supposed to make you better. I can't make you better when you ain't even a standard right now. So that's when it be like, so when you be like, your empathy button is like, at work, it's literally like that empathy button done been pushed into the ground, and now it's more just like, I understand where I have to be at mentally when I'm going to work, or it ain't gonna work out. Because just like you saying, you telling me that, but this, because the soldier sitting up there, you get to go home. You ain't got nobody under you. You ain't got nobody. It's 36 of y'all. You got one of you, and you telling me you can't get this done. And I'm like, I gotta write awards. I gotta write freaking soldiers evals on top of going to school. And all you doing is going to work. You gotta be like, but you gotta like kick it in there. Like, all right. So that was good. I don't know. Like,
so how do you manage that? Like, how do you know? I guess, like, so much to say, because I know, like, with me just going into social work, they always say, like, how do you manage self? What is the word? I just lost it. How do you manage your self-care to restart that empathy button? Because I know, like, we get so lost in being a robot.
I feel like, be truthfully honest, it's just like the military. You just know you gotta. You don't. I was talking to one of the I say chicks at work, but she above me. Her name's Sarah Smith, and she was like, you don't really learn how to deal with it. You just adapt. So I feel like it's easier. Like, as a cook, you wake up, you gotta be at work at 7. You gotta be at work at 4:45. So 4:45 in the morning, you gotta be at work. You probably gotta get up, let's say 3 o'clock, maybe 2. The soldiers, they live on post, so they might be waking up at 4:20. Ain't brushing no teeth, ain't earning no clothes. They coming to work dirty. You can't come to work like that. And then on top of that, you gonna be at work from, by the time 4 o'clock roll around, you ain't even reopening for your last meal yet. The last meal don't start till like 5. So it's just like, you just adapt to it. You just know, like, this is what my day is going to be like. And I think what keep me from getting in trouble, because I ain't gonna lie, I had got in trouble. I knocked over a trash can. Soldiers say I threw it at them, but I didn't. I really did. I did. I knocked out the trash can. I was unstacking it or whatever, but they empty. So like I'm upset. It's late. We doing it, snatching it or whatever. It fall over. But I had other people around. Long story short, you just learn like you got too much to lose, and like when you get up into the position where I'm at, like once you make sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant first class, master sergeant, like it's more like you can't have those lapse in judgments. So then you just train yourself like it's not worth it. So then, if I say you gotta listen, even if you like this is bull crap, you crying, you couldn't be built like whatever. You just gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta listen. Like I don't know, you just gotta listen. You adapt. That's why I say you. It's kind of like it breaks you, but you don't really understand. Like dang, that's a crazy way to deal with it. But you just adapt to it. Like this is the life that I signed up for, so I gotta keep going. Like you can't necessarily you worry about your self-care, but you can't worry about your self-care.
Oh, that sounds so bad. See, but that's why I love social work, because self care is such a big thing in the field of social work. Like, true enough, you get in the field because you want to help
Yeah,
folks, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of that has to do with like me also wanting somebody to had help me. Does
yes,
that make sense? So like
yes,
my
yes,
self care, it it kind of helps with that as well. Like doing that kind of puts me in like self care. Like I'm helping this person because if I was ever in this situation, or if I was in this situation, you know what I'm saying? I needed somebody like me for me, basically.
yeah.
But like sometimes I know when to turn it off. If I cannot help this person, like I'm very vocal. Hey, I'm burnt out. I'm empty. I don't have nothing to pour into somebody. I'm hearing everybody's traumas or whatever they're going through, and they sounded like excuses and sorry ass reasons for you to come talk to me. I need to go home. It's not a good day. But I don't do it often because I know a lot of people be like, oh, then you probably get burnt out. It takes a lot for me to get burnt out because at the end of the day, I still do have to come home and still be a wife and a mom. So it's just like I know when, okay, if my day is like I'll tell my boss, hey, I don't think I can meet with more people because at this point, like, you know what I'm saying? I still need that energy to come home to
And
with
yeah,
children, my husband and my
take care of
kids.
a
Like
whole family.
exactly. So I'm like, hey, I can't meet with them today, so I'm gonna reschedule it for tomorrow, and we'll visit it then. I'll make sure I let them know. I'll give them extra diapers if need be. They can't see me today. It's given. Check back tomorrow, or I'll pass it. I'll be like, hey, see, cause like just working with Catholic charities, it's like a lot of um the different, because it's like a whole bunch of different places in there.
Yeah,
I work with like the parent, pregnancy, and adoption parts, and it's called PPA basically, and we all work together. So at times, if I can't meet with a mama or like I don't feel like having this 101 is gonna be beneficial for me, I can pass it. Like I'll be like, hey, Kelsey, Kelsey, she's from Thailand. She a little different. She always happy. I don't know what she be over there doing, but she come to work very happy and she leave very happy. I want to be like her. I know to pass it to her if it's not giving me. If I can't, yeah, Kelsey. So come take this mama because they get on my nerves. It don't even be me saying that getting on my nerves. It's just like I know what's healthy for me, and I know when I can say no. Like I know I'm learning to set boundaries and stand on those. So like with my mental health, that's a real big thing for me because, like I said, after I leave there, I have to come home and still be
exactly.
a whole parent and a mama. I mean, in a wife, and I don't want that my job to start affecting. I'm starting early, so when I do like go to like CPS and all that, that's
You
a way different
you
type of
you
caseload.
understand how to
Yeah.
navigate. That's
So like
funny
now,
that you said that because that's like one of our part of our segment. So you like I'm learning how to say no.
yeah. Yeah, because like at first I don't. I tell people this all the time. I'm a people pleaser. I don't ask me why. I don't know, and it probably could have to do with probably my childhood. I don't know,
It make it
but
like
I'm a people
it
pleaser.
like make you feel good. I feel like some of the most, you know what, like you said, childhood, I can speak for myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe somebody can relate. It's kind of like that. I ain't gonna say you feel worthless or you not used, but I can speak for myself. Like when you help somebody do something nice, it's like it gives your life like purpose and meaning. And
Right.
you not, you know what I'm saying? Like you will get somebody to shirt off your back and you really mean it, but you still getting something out of it. And it's that feeling of like I'm not necessarily useless or unworthless. So it's like, well, if this small act of charity, buying somebody a burger, $20, whatever, and you could keep doing it, you feel it, but then you realize, like you said, like your statement from earlier, like my cup is empty. Like nothing is, I'm not even able to go recharge and reset and pour back to myself. I'm getting so high off of doing this for other people, and I need this feel good. But if you go pour back into yourself, you realize like, no, I do mean something. I do got meaning outside of helping people, and you learn how to like help yourself, and you feel the same way. Like I accomplished something that I wanted to do today, or I bettered myself. I took a class that I wanted to take. I got the degree and you like, oh, I don't need this. I won't even say validation, but I guess like you can get self validation instead of looking for it from others. So I think that's normal. Like I say, for myself, I do it, and I'll be like, well, like what are you doing it for? Like,
why are you going the extra mile? And I'll be like, I'm getting something out of it. That's why I said, like, I feel like for me, like I picked the best field to go into because, like, for real, you really do. And everybody's not like me, but I do. I get something out of helping folks. Even little, big, or small. I just met a group of girls, like literally, for real. I'm in a group chat of girls I've never met a day in my life. And a lot of them are younger than me.
Yeah.
I think I only know one person from social media, but it was through Ray. So I don't really personally know her. I haven't hung out with her. But yeah, I was talking to one of them and she was just like, you're really like a gem. Like it's crazy because like I've never met nobody that's like so willing to help. Because I'm always like, well, let me know. Call me if I can help. It doesn't matter what it is. Even for like her baby shower, like I said, that was my first time ever meeting her in person.
Yeah.
But like I'm like, girl, like call me if you need help. Call me. Like if I can do something. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you back. I'm like, no, you good. Like it's a blessing to be able to bless other people. Whether it's with just a little bit of. And I think I just bought some yarn. Literally, that's all I did.
Yeah.
Probably some yarn, and I bought her a gift. And she was just like, I'm gonna pay you back. I'm like, girl, that yarn was like a fucking $1. What you know? If I was broke to get it, I'm gonna be broke even if you was to give me the $1 back. So it's just like I told her, me helping her did more for me than it actually did for her. Like I know she probably felt like it didn't, but I got a lot out of it.
Yeah, something so small, and that's why I say like when life do get busy, like doing those small things that you want to do or makes you feel good. Cause like let's be for real, like you said, you picked a job that you love, that you've been wanting to do, and you working with those people, you're gonna get that satisfaction. And some people, I can say some of us, like you get into a job and it's like you're at the job and it's a job and you working and it's like it's not too much out of it. And I think that's what's the beauty of the service. Like I get tired of I feel like I've been sick and tired of the army forever. But then it's the people that you meet and the soldiers that you help. And like you said earlier, like I always think about, I get out tomorrow, it's a soldier that I'm supposed to meet 2-3 years down the line that won't be able to see. Like I'm just like you. I'm literally just like you. Probably came from the same struggle, whatever that you did, and they can relate. But I'm jumping out, and that's when I feel like it's kind of like sometimes I feel like I stay in the army for other people. And not in the bad, because it's like like you said, you want to be that person that you needed. So it's like I want to be that leader that I feel like I needed back then, and I want to be able to impact as many people as I can. Like the group of NCOs I got right now, they done been over to the house. Like they literally call me auntie. Like they're my guys, but then like my soldiers, it's a different story. Like, you know, so, and don't get me wrong, like, my soldiers need something, they gonna come, they gonna know I get it done, but it's still that balance of, like, me and my CEOs got a way deep, like, a closer bond than what me and my soldiers do, but like you said, it's just that they're helping somebody, and, man, like, you making a difference in somebody's life, and that person can relate to you more than they can relate to somebody else, so.
Right. Then not only that, like I feel like with you just staying in service, that's why I always tell you, like, no, don't get out. I know you be tired and you kind of get burnt out. Like, I'm tired. But I want you to stay in because it's a little girl, a little black girl with a big name that nobody can probably pronounce. Gonna come in, see where you have went. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our folks.
Yeah.
Don't get to go that far. So being able to see somebody that have made it to the top, that came from where she came from, beat the odds. Because true enough, like I said, statistically, we probably was supposed to be dropouts somewhere with a whole bunch of kids.
I'm supposed to be in jail.
Yeah.
Like
all that.
Couple kids laid up with a girlfriend, with a boyfriend on this day, in and out of jail, welfare. Like,
the fact that you done accomplished so much, because I know you might feel like, oh, they're nothing. That's just something else up under my belt. No, that's big as hell to the little girl who's coming from the same thing. Don't even know what she gonna do after freaking high school, let alone not even thinking about high school. Because she in middle school thinking about dropping out. So it just be like, that's why I always be like, no, stay in, because you hear it all the time. Like, seeing these little kids and meeting them, and they be like, oh, do you have a lot of money? No, sir.
No. What's a lot of money?
What? Some little girl, she was trying to pronounce my name because she was like, they always mispronounce hers. I was like, and you correct them every time.
Every time.
She was like,
say it with your chest. You correct
no,
them.
for real. You correct them
time.
every time.
That little girl with the big name, correct them every single time.
She was like, so with your name and all that, do they pay you a lot? Because they always, I don't know. She's homeless. She's a homeless little girl. And she was like, do they always pay you good? Like, do you make a lot of money? I was like, no, ma'am. To be honest, I'm doing this for free. I ain't even getting paid right now.
Man, you in the same boat, sweetie. You can come across this desk and I'm gonna see where you at. That's the only difference. That's
at this point, you can help me. And she was like, so what is your job? Like, what did you go to school for? I was like, as a social worker. I was like, I'm in school to be a social worker. And she was like, yeah, I probably won't make it to college. So that's who you do it.
That's
for.
what, but like, you know what? And like, to be truthfully honest, like, I think about stuff like that. Like, back in Maryland, I had did this program called the YIP program, and I wasn't even supposed to be doing it. Like, long story short, it's a tasking came down, and they're supposed to be like, oh, these kids is poor and they hard, and you hear the same thing. Like, 9 times out of 10, I say it all the time, a lot of kids that's in the hood, they don't know they poor. And the ones who do know they poor, they still think they balling. Like, we don't know no better. Like, you don't know you poor until you see something different. But long story short, we end up doing this. So you ever seen it where it be like, if you didn't grow up in a if you grew up in a 2-parent household, stand up.
Yeah.
And you sit down, you do that. So like, I got to lead that little segment of the youth program. I'm gonna find the video because my homegirl JoJo recorded it. And long story short, we was up there, and I was like, I remember them telling me that my mama couldn't spell. And I go home looking at my mama crazy, like, you really didn't, I was like, you couldn't ask nobody how to spell Victoria. You just go sit. Now I gotta live with this. Like, so I'm sitting up in there, Victoria, and first it's Victoria. The only thing different is the yeah at the end. It's a K instead of a C, but they make the same sound. But you don't know. So even something as simple as that, you going through life with insecurity, like, dang, man, I got this name. My mama can't, and then my mama look at me the same way, like, shit, your teacher telling me you can't spell. You up here talking about, can I spell? You ain't up there spelling no better. So like, I end up getting a little private jet program job. And I remember looking at those plaques, and it's like, it's little gold bars of like pilots. And I talked about it on a lot of episodes. And I remember it saying Viktoriya. And I was like, that's spelled like my name. So fast forward, I'm able to go to that program with them kids. And I'm like, they told me my mama couldn't spell. I said, I done seen my name in Berlin. So now, as a 27-year-old adult, when they be like, oh, that's a unique spelling, I be like, yep, it's German. It's European. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, yeah, you want to see it on the building? You want to see it? And that, literally, and you get to show people. But if I never would have stuck it out, it wouldn't have been that. And I wouldn't have been able to stand in front of them kids like, I'm not no different from you. Like, like you, my parents didn't think I was going to be here. That's what makes it feel even better. Like it's like a double-edged sword. It's like I get to bring home these accomplishments to my mama and my daddy, and it's like, check this out. I did this. Like you got two kids that's done graduated college. You got a child that's done bought their own house. You got a child that's done bought 2-3 cars. And you know, my parents, they go brag. My daddy, he gonna be proud and do it. My mom bragging. Cause my mama knows, like, you talk about this, talk about that. Like, yeah, bitch, talk about this. Go in there, go run there. So like it feels good bringing stuff back to my mama, but at the same time, for me, it's like you ain't think I was gonna be this neither. Like you ain't think that the little girl you raised was gonna turn out and for people to be like the top of the top. They be like, and I don't know, like you said, it's just like it's like it still get busy though. Like it only goes for so much. It's like, well, I don't never want to turn into get so busy and get so burnt out that when I meet that little girl, I'm not the person that she was supposed to meet. Cause I'm like you talking about the no button. I'm at the fuck no button. Like, are you like? It's almost offensive. Like, bro, is you serious? Like, you help me. Like,
for real.
Help me. Like, what are you talking about? But I don't know. What's that next one?
The important settings, the importance of setting priorities when life gets busy. No, sorry, wait, we skipped. It says explore common triggers that lead to busy periods in life.
We did. We on share strategy for recognizing when life becomes too busy.
Okay.
We on
Okay. To be honest, my strategies have been just setting boundaries, knowing when. Because I always ask people stuff like this, and I always say, let's just use us as your phone as example. As soon as your phone get close to going to dying, what's the first thing you do?
Put it on the charger.
But you run and get that charger. You don't wait. You don't be like, oh, my phone's died. My phone's gonna die. I'll wait. No. If you know your phone, yeah, you know your phone finna die. You hurrying up. Hey, give me the charger. I mean, you hear it all the
time. You telling people, hey, I don't want you to think if my phone finna die. I don't want you to think
right. So if you are that in a rush of doing something that's so important to you, that small, like a phone, use that as yourself. As soon as you start feeling like you're out of it, you finna die, go recharge. Don't wait. So you set boundaries in order to do that. You know, only you can tell when you're overwhelmed and things are just too much for you, too busy. Yeah, so go recharge.
Yeah.
It's simple. Set boundaries. No, don't let nobody cross them. Nobody, even my kids. Like I told you, I do soft parenting. I'm not gonna lie. I do it probably because my mama was she didn't do soft parenting at all. She still don't. She do it with my kids, but she didn't do it with me, which is crazy. But even with them, like I learned, if I don't set boundaries with Ivory, she'll keep going over them. And I don't sometimes want to because she's 2. But like, even
I was about to say, you act like my nieces and nephews bad. Avery is one of the most soft-spoken, freaking articulate
Avery not the problem.
Children I know.
It's Ivory.
And Ivory just cried.
Not no more.
And then she hit. I'm over there for 2 seconds. It was about the second, third time in your house. She up there kicking it. What are you doing? Why is you beating up on me?
She is bad, man. But even with her, like I still set boundaries though. Like I love her, and I love that she always want to be all love me. But sometimes I am a little bit too busy, and I become overwhelmed. And I just set boundaries. Like, hey, Aubrey, no, when I'm on my computer, don't come touch mommy. Go play.
Yeah.
So it just be like I'm learning to just when I am busy, I know and I understand. Hey, I'm at capacity. It's time to shut the computer off. It's time to dial it back. Let's watch TV and do something that I want to do. Like I know how to decompress. I know what'll get me back to being full instead of happy.
What's gonna get you charged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? So what you do?
I think like you said it. Like I can't really say setting boundaries. Like it sucks to say the service. Like you gotta learn. It's like a certain part in your career when you learn. Like if I don't work as hard as I did, it's still gonna be okay. I kid you not. Like when I was in NTC, and like they was joking, but it was a captain and like a higher up, and the captain was like, "It's easier to replace a soldier than equipment," and it's true. Like a soldier, like we just recently had an NCO pass from my people over Memorial Day. She got shot by a stray bullet. And literally, like, we talking to, like, the BC. And, you know, people hurt, like, the people by, you know, whatever. And the BC made a comment, and it didn't even kind of fit where we was going at. We was talking about past struggles and stuff that's done happened or whatever. And he was like, I can't bring, you know, Sergeant Favila died, and I can't bring her back. And it's kind of like, that's true. He was like, we can't live in the past. I can only memorialize her and keep it pushing. But it's like, you just think about like, man, like if I was to die tomorrow, the army will be able to have another assignment more tomorrow. It'll be another one. Like it may not be able to do the same things I'm able to do, but as far as feeling the body, it'll be another person with the same responsibilities as you doing. So I can say as far as strategies, I just start accomplishing stuff that I want to do. Like if I come home and the clothes ain't folded, the car ain't washed, I ain't cooked, I ain't spent time, I ain't watched the show I want to watch, I ain't sitting down and doing a podcast. I do it. I make myself do it because it, like you said, it helps me recharge. And like nothing beat reading the Bible, just going back to what helped me when I first started. Because it's like when I first came into the service, like I say, nobody expected me to last this long, including myself, and I didn't expect to be here. So I just remember praying and being like, you know what, Heavenly Father, I trust you, and I'm gonna go as far as wherever you take me. And then now you look up, you like, man, I done lived a career in these 9 years I done been in the service. So I just really like, I just do, I don't know, I just feel like I do stuff, I try to do stuff where I know I perform my best at. So that's exercising, reading the Bible, reading the book, spending time with my spouse, spending time with friends, doing stuff that you want to do. That's the only thing I know. Like kind of like you said, getting in my mind, that's me getting plugged back up to the source. I go in there, I read my Bible, and it like reset. Like you think you got it bad, you think you don't, and then it just reset. Like, oh, okay, I'm tripping, I'm overwhelmed, I'm this. I go and work out. It's not as bad as I thought. I go and speak you and you realize like you said, when your phone is low, it still has the capabilities to do everything that it did when it was charged, but the light might be dimmer, it's able to do what it did, but not at the same volume, not at the same
Right.
kind of how I feel like, okay, let me go hook up so I can do it at the same volume that I need to perform these things. Because being tired or not, you soldiers still gonna need help. Your job still gotta get done. You know, like your kids still gotta be like your spouse still go want attention. You tired, your car still gonna need gas. You be tired, you go in there, go to sleep, your tank on E, you wake up in the morning, 10 minutes late for work, that tank still on E. It didn't get too care that you're tired. So I don't know. I feel like Mrs. must be home. I feel like that's my reset. I have to get back to what I know what to do. Like I have to start accomplishing stuff.
So I guess that can still go into the setting priorities when life getting busy.
Yeah. When life get busy, and 9 times out of 10, like work is because balancing priorities, right? That's the perfect part. Balancing priorities. When life get busy and it's more heavy on work, I tip the scale back because I know that I'm replaceable here. I'm not like even though you can say like your person can go find somebody else, your dog, like you're not as replaceable here as you are there. So don't give so much time to the service.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like helping people. I love it. It's my passion, but I also love home too. So, I'm gonna make that a priority over anything.
Over anything.
And that's why I said like I always make sure before I leave work that I'm in a great spirits. I come back home and I know that home is priority.
Yes.
So that's always going to be first. I don't care if I'm half empty. I'm recharging on my way to go pick up Avery from school because you know what I'm saying. This is where this is where it all starts for me, even to go out to help those folks. So if this isn't okay over here, I before I even get to work, I like you know what I'm saying. I'm no good to nobody. So that's why setting priorities, the importance of setting a priority of like, just making sure I'm never too busy for my husband and my kids. That's always first. Everything can be done later on when it comes to it's nothing for me to clear it up. Especially like let Bill say he wants some time. All right, everything must stop.
I'm talking about stop.
Yes.
Let what stop what baby I need
We canceling anything.
I'll be there. I'll be
Yeah.
there. You work, yeah, I'm leaving early. It's date night.
Yeah.
Like
it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, like I said, in order for me to come back to y'all happy, things gotta be happy at home. So
I
I'm gonna
gotta
make
charge.
sure.
Yeah, like I gotta this does not charge. I'm giving here. You are
Exactly.
taking from me. Even
Exactly.
if I feel good, but it's more taken. Like you're taking from me. Like I'm not. It feel good. I helped the soldier. I did what I'm supposed to. But this is taken. I'm fully charged here. It's like when you got like a bad connection with a broken charger cord or whatever. It's like the phone is charging slow.
Yeah.
So if you are playing on your phone or you got to talk, it's not gonna charge as the same if it was if you left that phone alone. 9 times out of 10 at work, they're not leaving you alone. When I get hooked up at home, what they say, plug in a capable charger for a better result. This is my capable charger. Like this is what gives me the best result to be my best self. Like I'm sitting it and it's crazy. Like you could be at work. I'm in freaking you could be at work 12, 14 hours. You with your significant other for 30 minutes and you just feel like this big weight is lifted. You in the car, I can speak for me, like in the car listening to the Bible, and it feel like you forget that 30 minutes before work is gonna help me go through that whole 14 hours.
Right.
So you like you say, man, I give y'all that. I need to be able to go home, and I think that's what's so crazy about like deployments and rotation. And I got one coming up, and you just to look like for 9 months, 6 to 9 months that you that recharge is not there in the capacity that you need it. So now all you got is that slow charge. You know you're finna get work way more than you able to get charged.
Right. Oh, I hate that you are leaving.
I'll be back.
I know, but still, I get it. I understand because, like, I be feeling half empty without deal for real.
Yes.
So I understand making sure, like, putting them and having them around is so important. Because for real, like, you're right. I can't. The best me is being a happy me, and it starts at home. You ain't gonna you. I become very irrational when things aren't happy at home. I'm just playing. No, but seriously, I do. I get it. and I'm not able to give. So, what is some personal tips and strategies for managing and balancing various responsibilities? So, like, how do you balance?
I would say I would say the tip that I would use, do some self reflection and figure out what your balance is.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just say like I learned my balance. Like you go through life, either you learn the lesson or you continue to repeat the lesson. And I felt like I have learned my balance. Like I know that I need to fast. I know, and like you say, like you brought up earlier, childhood traumas. I know that I need to accomplish things. Like I can't not. Oh, you doing good. Like you doing so much better than like that. Don't do nothing. It's like I need to accomplish. I need to see past, and I don't like I said, I don't like saying goals because I feel like goals are like it's an end. But I like checkpoints being done. Like the house is getting better when we get the water heater fixed. The house is coming along when we get the walls painted. It's stuff like that. Like doing stuff that I want to do or that I need to do. Accomplishing those checkpoints to a bigger scheme is like, all right, but I don't know. As I say, you got to learn your balance. Everybody balance gonna be different. Some people balance may be more work, cause them doing more work equals a promotion. You
Mm-hmm.
just gotta find your balance. But like I said, I can say for me, it's definitely hitting my checkpoints. If I look up and the car ain't washed, I haven't worked out. I haven't did. I'm just not my best stuff. I haven't did Bible study. I'm not my best stuff. What about you?
My my personal like something that I do to balance is I go to church. That's something for me to like, and I be telling Dill like if I miss a week of church, I be like, oh, the week is gonna be so bad and off, and that's just gonna set me off because it really truly does give me a chance to reset, not only just with like I said at home as well, but also just with my my spiritual journey. Like I always tell people, like I'm always on this spiritual journey of learning God more and having a better relationship with him. So I feel like when I go to church, that's me having a stronger relationship and giving him time. And I feel like when I miss that, for me, it just throws me off.
Yeah, I'm the
Then
same way.
also just having everything in order at home and making sure home is happy as well. Like for me, this is where I come to decompress. Like everybody knows that I'm a very social person, but like I stay in the house a lot. So if this ain't a happy place for me to be, then you know what I'm saying, things when I go outside to be able to pour into others will be completely off. So that's how I keep my balance as well. Like, and it can't be upgrading anything in my house. Like for real, I start getting electric everything. I ain't gonna lie. And it's just be little things like my electric salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah,
That stuff makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? That's in my home. So it's just like things like that. Me making sure my house is somewhere where I love to be, and because this is my safe space. So again, that's why I always make sure like that's just something I love to do for me, and also just feed my spiritual hunger as well, because I feel like that's something that I've been yearning for. So that's something that's
it's
like
a
helping me
need. Yeah,
learn.
it's a need.
Yeah.
It's like you be
So that's
hungry. I was like you'll be hungry, and it's not. It's like it's not food. You'll be so and I just go read my Bible, listen to my Bible, and I just feel so much better.
better, full. That's what it
It
be. And you
do.
know what? I didn't think that nobody else felt like that with me, like about that. Like I was telling Dill, I was like, he was like, well, you don't always have to go to church. I was like, I don't
But
think it's so much
I do.
important.
That's like telling somebody that like the club, like you ain't gotta always go to the club. I know, but this is what makes that's just like it's 1,000 people in there, but this is my one-on-one time with you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's fellowship. That was literally what it is. It's fellowship. Like yes, I do the same thing when I read my Bible. I do the same thing when I do my Bible study, but it says something when you're able to be mixed with other people. It's fellowship. Like,
And
yeah, I
I
can listen to
that
my favorite song, get my headphone, and be jamming. I listen to my favorite song, but you go to the club, you hear your favorite song, but it's just infectious. It's no different. Like, people could be like, oh, you go to church and it's coats and shit. You can say that for a lot of stuff. You ain't got to be outside every day. You in the coat.
but you do it.
You do it. You in the coat. You in the coat. No, that's my club. You in the coat. Like, but you like, no, it ain't that serious. Like, it's the same thing. Like, this, it makes me feel good that I share this same type of belief system with somebody else. So it's, you hook up. Like I say, it's fellowship. It's as simple as that.
And then not only that, like I said, it's just the time.
Yep.
Of course, throughout the week, I'm so busy to where it's like, oh, I'm talking to God in the split second of going to sleep, but I'm so tired. So the conversation got to be quick.
Yeah.
Sunday, I don't have to wrap it up fast. All right, God, look, we can have a long conversation while I'm sitting in church listening to the words. So it's just
I'm gonna
like,
give you your time.
yeah, that's really what it be, and that's why I be trying to explain to him, because he was like, well, church is wherever you are. No, sometimes that's why I always tell him, because I'm, of course, your spiritual journey and yo the way you feel, like how you decompress, is gonna completely always be different. I love you, and we two separate people, so you know what I'm saying. But for me, it's like I be needing to give God that time.
I
be
want
feeling
that. Make you feel good. Like, people be like, why you pay tithes? The church doing whatever with your money. I'm not giving this money to the church. Like, God said, give it storehouse. You don't know what Walmart doing with your money, or Amazon.
You give it to him and you don't say nothing.
David,
You pay it with no problem.
living his best life. Man, up there doing, you don't know who he's sleeping with, what he doing, how he doing it. He's spending your money. So I don't care. It's the obedience of it. Like, you don't know what the city doing with your taxes.
I was just about to say that. Not even that. Y'all pay for these phones with no problem, and these motherfucking phones be just as much as the first down payment on a car. Y'all be okay. You said 2,000 for a pink phone. All right.
It's an iPhone though. It got it, man. If it can't come get, and I can't say that because some people do know how to get money off their phones, but the ones who know how to get money off their phone ain't no two bands.
Exactly.
That's just facts. The ones who are your phone too band, you ain't making no money off that phone. So what? Like, how do you? What is your? How do you do the concept of saying no when it's necessary?
Oh, well, I'm a people pleaser. So like
earlier,
just a lot of times, I can't say now. I'm learning to.
Yes.
I'm learning to be, because I see how much that can put on me when I don't. Like, yes. I'm real big on, if you call me and tell me, okay, Tucci, I need you to come down to my house Saturday because I need you to do something for me. Knowing damn well Saturday is Avery game. Plus on top of that, I have something else to do. And for me, like, I didn't used to know how to be like, well, nah, friend, I can't do it this time. Yeah. I always try to make time, like, even if I was stressing myself out, because again, like I said, I'm real big on stretching myself out to where I can't do it no more. And at the end of the day, I be feeling so drained and empty, and then it'd be like my husband get the tail end of it. So I'm mad, now I'm moody because I'm irritated. I'm tired, I ain't slept. So it's just like, now I've learned that, oh, you say no, it's okay. And if they don't respect it, oh well.
It ain't the people that you need anyway.
Exactly. I don't need to be around them. And I'm learning that too. Like, if you can't take my no, because I'm gonna take yours. And it's many times I've had things, or I've invited people places, or not even just that. Like, I've asked somebody to do something for me and they said no. And I was perfectly okay with it. I wasn't mad about it. I didn't go, oh, Viktoriya such and such just told me no. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I took it on the chin. I understand you can't do it. But it's like, with me, I start seeing that, like, if I didn't start saying no, people would always want to get something from me, or want me to do something for them, or come somewhere and do something. And I'm so busy.
Then you end up busy. then you
Exactly.
end
Now,
up
I'm
busy.
so busy to I don't even know how I'm gonna. Like I told people around the time when I had first had Ivory, I was going to kids' birthday parties like back to back. Again, I was just telling you earlier, two fucking birthdays in one day, separate sides of the town. And I'm speeding, trying to get to, you know what I'm saying? Then I just thought to myself, like, look at what I'm doing to myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really stressed out on making sure I get to these places on time. And then when it was time for these same motherfuckers to show up for me, oh, I can't make it, sis. And I
They
was
know
like, oh, okay.
you know, it's like you get don't even get me wrong. And sometimes it don't be like that. But I can speak for me and transparency. You when you not used to saying no, you kind of get offended when somebody else know how to exercise they know. You like, no. You
Yes.
like,
And
what?
it don't even be
You
offended.
like,
I just be,
you ain't supposed to say that? Like, they
it's
ain't supposed
more
to.
so I used to be envious that you can say
Yeah, like
no
you can
and
literally
actually be
tell
like,
me no. Like, that's a
oh
thing?
wow.
What? Like, I didn't even know that was possible. Like, I know it's in the human vocabulary. I see. It's like what you say no. You said
Dang,
no.
that's crazy because I would have never said that. You so bald. For real, like it really for me, like it was like more so like envious. Like, damn, she told me no. The fact that she said that, I never say no shit like that. How she do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Teach
so for
me how to do it. We need
yes,
classes.
teach me
We
the
need a
game.
class on teaching people how to say no and no and no. And the people don't get the message. Freak no.
No, for real.
The grown folk version.
But I have learned that like with no has brought so much more peace. Knowing my limits, understanding that, you know, making myself so busy to where I can't even function. I can't even sit down. I'm forgetting. Again, like I said, many times, like me not knowing how to say no, I would put myself last. And if I keep putting myself last, y'all ain't gonna have nobody to even say yes to. So at this point, it was just like, you know, I understood what not saying no was doing to me,
Yeah,
and I never want to feel like that
yeah.
again. So I start motherfucking saying no because it's a no. No, can you no? I ain't with my mama. No, and I never tell her no. Oh, when I tell her no, she be in an uproar. And I just be like letting her know, like, cause sometimes I be so busy and you be making me. My mama got it real bad on like telling people I can take them somewhere. No, and she'll be like, but I already told them, and you can already call back and tell them I said no.
My
But it's just
my 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 teacher always used to be like that, but it's money. Like, let me get no. I know you got it. It's still no. Like,
I got it, but it ain't for you.
it
It's
ain't
a
for
hell no.
you. You used to
Yes,
tell me no.
yes, and I took it on. I was like, okay. Now I'm telling you, I be telling my mama the same thing. So like, it's just understanding when you need to say no, and but I mean, you just don't want to make it hard on yourself because you start seeing motherfuckers not gonna make it hard on themselves for you. I'm not finna add no extra stress. Baby, I'm already trying to live for a long time. I want to see my grandkids have grandkids. So it's just like I can't, y'all ain't finna stress me out.
Yeah.
I'm already over looking like Trump. Y'all oh my God. This is funny. Okay. Okay, but for real. No is necessary very much. And learning when you need to say it and knowing how to say it because I feel like that be the problem. I feel like people really don't know how to say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So people just come off like, no. People don't like rejection, but I don't know. I take rejection very well. So you need to learn how to take it. That's all I can say.
I I can say that, and I kind of said it earlier. I don't think that it's two parts. I think that the most important person I had to learn to say no to was myself. And I had to learn to say no to, you do not have to do this to please another person.
Yeah.
No, you do not have to do this to be worthy of whatever. No, you do not have to do this. And so, like, when I learned to understand to say no to myself, like, I don't like you. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, it's okay to do that. Yeah. Or no, I don't want to go and hang out and do that. Or no, I really don't want to go here and be chilling and be surrounded by a bunch of weed. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not me. Like, yes, I genuinely like this person. They're a cool partner. No, I don't want to sit up and do that. So when I learned to say no to myself and actually understand, like, you have the right to tell you no. And it's just like anything else. Before I'm able to tell somebody else no, I had to learn no. I had to learn, like, no, getting your money down to $0. You don't have to be, no, you don't have to be broke when you get to zero. You could be broke and not having, you, hey, you get to your $500, $200 mark, you broke. So say no, learn to say no. And the second part of it is, I think with people, I could say for the ones closest to me, I never really learned how to say no. It's kind of been like a fuck no. Like, and I hate that. Like, it's skip no. Like, it's like freak no. Like, you start realizing, like, you didn't say no to yourself so much, and you allowed them, because people always be like, oh, people only do what you allow. But they say it on the negative aspect. But it's the same way when you getting stuff from me. Like, don't think that I'm just being naive or you getting over. Like, you doing what I allow. So when I learned to be like, I wasn't cutting it, because I was so used to, ask me. I remember being in the car with this chick I used to talk to, and somebody called and was like, can I get $500? And she looked like, she said, I can't even fathom in my mind to ask nobody for $500. And I hear you talk about that people ask you for this crazy amount of money, but for her to hear, it was like, what the hell? And they had to learn to fear, because just like you, I'm ready to give myself, and I'd rather give myself and my time than to give my money. Because 9 times out of 10, that's stressed in anyway. Yeah. So when I learned to be like, no, the no has already been brewing up inside this, but man, fuck no. And if you feel some type of way, fuck you too. Like, no, like, I'm not doing it. No, yeah. I'm not coming. If I show up, I want to. Like, I owe you a lick or nothing. So I learned that, it was necessary to say no, because I had to learn to be selfish. Right. And it's like, if you don't understand to say no and be selfish, the little bit of, like, the analogy I always use, if you climbing up a rock, you climbing up a mountain, and every time somebody pass you, hey, I dropped my shoe, can I get your shoe? Here, now you one shoe up, and hey, can I get your sock? And then by the time you get halfway to the mountain, you butt ass naked, and everybody else is finishing. And I had to learn, like, in order for you to help people the way that you think you helping people now, you have to learn to say no.
And be selfish.
Yeah, be selfish, because you got to, in order to get it, in order to give it in abundance like you want to, you got to get it. But people don't take no. Sometimes be like, fuck no. I mean it with everything in me. Like, are you serious? Like, no. Like, I'm not able to come. No, I'm not able to do it. And like you say, people get offended. I know you got $20. You know I got $20. I know I got $20. And guess who ain't getting you, motherfucker? Like, somebody else gonna be calling. I'm gonna need $20 next week, and you gonna be coming back around next week trying to hit up for another $20. So
right.
I think, truthfully, I had to learn to say no to myself, and I had to learn to be like I said, like you say, no is necessary. Like, it's necessary. Like, you said no for right now to make it better later. And once stuff start happening, I never forget. Like, one of my people had asked me for $75. And I usually give it to him. And I was like, no. And we went to the grocery store, and our grocery bill was $75. And not saying, like, if I wouldn't have gave the $75, it would have been gone. But that would have been
more less $75 you. Yeah.
And yeah, so it was like, No. And now it's good. So
No.
now I'm ready. Like you said earlier, I ain't even let them finish. No, no, no.
Here go my mama. Let me have $100. Hell no, mama. No. No. I be telling her so quick. I love her. I do.
Yeah.
But if
I
I
love my
get
teeth. My
if
my
I
mama
get
know now. She knows she asked is no, but she played on my heart and she know like I don't want to be disrespectful. Never so she'll tell me like if she be like, baby, go buy me a drink. No, no. She be like, give me a drink. You ain't asking me, you telling me to do something. So as your child, I'ma listen. So
yes.
I'm gonna be huffing and puffing while I'm going over there to get you this dang drink.
No, for real. So what is some coping mechanisms for dealing with the busy life?
Like we kind of talked about earlier, balancing, prioritizing, understanding that everything is not a priority, and things could wait. Like I feel like you said, when you get so busy and it get hectic, you kind of forget that wait, like you in it, so like it's spinning all around you, and you kind of forget like wait, I did this already. I done been here before. Like you know what? I need to step back and accomplish this, and this will smooth over. Like if you sit up there and be like you said, you procrastinate. My daddy is such a procrastinator that it's like it's hard for me to procrastinate because it's like if it seems like I'm procrastinating, I don't want to do it, and it's
Mhm.
more not being procrastinating. I'm either scared or I don't want to do it yet. Like people like you need to go to school, you need to go to school. Motherfuckers, you gonna take these classes for me? If you're not taking these classes for me, don't tell me to go to school when you want me to go to school. But then when I got in school, like I say, 3.85 GPA, I'm 80 and 90, all of these classes, and it's like you learn that do it on your time. And don't get me wrong, like some like Master Son Wilson, she just retired the other day. I had posted her on our page. She was one of the people where I wasn't procrastinating, I was scared. She was like, do the project program. I'm not good enough for that. No, like I done did this, then the third, but I ain't good enough for that. And it was one of them things where like, go do it. And then I excelled at it when I got there. And it's I don't know, like I say, it's just prioritizing, understanding that it looks like it's a the anthill look like a mountain because you got it zoomed in. Like you laser focus. You like, man, this thing big. I can't even see past it. Step back, step back, step back. Take a breather, and you realize like,
It's not
man,
even
if I get my
that much.
homework done, I'm not stressing about that. I get this school done. It's gonna open up this job opportunity. It's gonna open up this promotion. It's gonna do this. So I just prioritizing. Everything is not a priority. Prioritizing the stuff that's gonna make you better. Do what you want to do. Prioritize what you need to do, and on the flip side of your balancing scale, prioritize what you want to do. And I feel like your life will be in balance because what you need to do is not always what you want to do. I need to get up and go to work. I need to get up and work out. I don't always want to do that, but hey, I need to go out and have a date night with the missus. I need to go out and spend time. Every time I come over your crib, we kicking it to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, but
Mhm.
I need it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, we need that. So it's like balance. What you want to do and what you need to do, and do those. What you need to do, what you want to do, and do those things. And 9 times out of 10, your life balances itself out. What
Right.
about you?
See, with me, it's just I'm just gonna go into like all of segment 4. So for me, it's just like the different things I do is the whole stepping back thing. That's one big thing I
Yeah.
do. I start learning like I be so overwhelmed because I'm overthinking most of the things most
Yes.
of the time. Like I be so overwhelmed because I be like, oh, because I am so busy. And I just be like, oh, I need to do this and this and this because if I don't, by the time I'm trying to do this, Avery needs to get out of school, or, Ray shooting me a text saying he needs to be picked up from work. So it's like I was telling him, I was like, us being down in one car is gonna have me so busy to where I'm exhausted. Just learning to like know that I don't have to cram everything in and I can spread it out over the week is just one thing I do as well. In the whole stepping back, just seeing what's important, doing what needs to be done ASAP, and then just being like, okay, the weekend is more smoother. I'll just do it then on the
Yeah.
weekend. So that's one big thing I do. And then like I'm also like real big on self care. Like I said, I feel like I should do it once a week because I am so busy of doing something every day, all day. I'm busy moving around, or like someone need me, which is Ivory. I always have her, so she's like always needing something from me. So
Yeah.
again, that's why like I'm telling you, I'm so big on self care. It can be just the smallest thing. I need something for me throughout the whole week. I don't
Yeah.
care how big or small it is. It just needs to be something for me. So whether it's going to church Sunday without the kids and that my mama have them, and it's just me being able to, share that moment with the Lord, or it's getting that massage. Because I be telling Dill all the time, he really do need to give me a massage once a week. I just personally feel like that's where I go take the best nap ever. I be in that bitch sleep. They be waking me up like, ma'am, can you turn over?
No, I can't.
just redo
Yeah,
this side,
redo
sir.
that. Redo that.
Yeah.
Just I
But
ain't flipping over.
but yeah, just so like I just be trying to make sure like, you know what I'm saying, I take care of me at least once during the week just so I can, be whole. Even though like sometimes by Sunday I be feeling like I be dragging. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's robot time. But I definitely just like I said, I just always make sure like I get sit down, and I'm big on calendars now. I always make sure I have a calendar. If it's something that I know needs to be done like school wise by this date, I make sure like I at least have 2 to 3 days to do it because I'm a big procrastinator.
Yeah.
Not or like if it's something that I know is coming up, and like okay, Avery has a project due on the 15th, but we did it Wednesday last week. Well, last week, as soon as they sent it home, because I'm like, I'm just not gonna have
Yeah.
time, or I'm probably gonna forget. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely just a lot is time management. So I try to do that and try to make sure I stick to it as much as I can. And girl, I have multiple calendars. I ain't gonna lie. I got one on my desk. I got one hanging up in the house. I got a little small mini one that I keep in my purse. And it's literally just, it's not even a calendar. It's just like a little notebook of the things that I know for a fact need to be done today. So I always make sure like I write stuff down because I like again, like I tell you, if it's not on the calendar, it's not getting done.
And I feel like that's a part of maturing and like understanding what like self-care is and how to actually get stuff accomplished. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like young Victoria was like, you don't need to write, like you keep it in your mind and you feel like, oh, if I keep it in my head, like I'm a superhero. Like, motherfucker, you stupid.
Yeah.
Like, but you don't realize it. Like, and so I'm the same way. Like, right now I'm looking at a calendar. I keep calendar on the phone, calendar on the refrigerator, and like you say,
Reminders.
so big reminders. Like school, I'm not remembering. Mind you, my school is in East Coast, so it's an hour time difference. Why am I steady finna tell myself every Thursday you got seminar? And I had 2 seminars back to back. One at 7, one at 8. So in Texas it's 6 and 7. Why am I remembering that? But every time that reminder go off, class starts in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, it is Thursday. So I'm the same way. And like you say, as far as self-care, like I think, like you say, it's important. It ain't even nowhere around it. Like you need self-care. Just like the phone can tell you it's time to update. Hey, it's an update coming to your phone at this time. As long as you got the space and stuff for it, it's gonna download. That update gonna download. So I feel like you said, just self-care. Doing stuff to take care of yourself. And I don't know, like I feel like the gym does that. I feel like cooking does that for me. And like I see the podcast, like stuff like this, like I love it. And you're not able to do it like you want to, but when you do it, it always feels good. Getting my toes done, like small, like small stuff, shopping
Small reward.
together. Yeah, buying freaking merch, spending some time with the family, like self care. And that's what I feel like that's what sometimes people get wrong about self care. Like it's not always you being by yourself. Like if I need to go see my family, especially coming from somebody who been away for almost 9 years, I need that recharge to see my family. Like it's normal for you might randomly miss a family member that you ain't thought about, and just for me to be able to be so close and be like, hey, I'm gonna stop by your house today. Like that's self-care. It does something for me, but I am interacting with another person. But yeah, I think self-care is important. Like regardless of how much you think you do for other people, like you gonna burn out if you do not take care of yourself. And I always go back to the airplane. Before you help somebody else with their mask, put your mask on. Because if not, you're gonna be passed out, and they're gonna be passed out. So you got to be able to deal with yourself and take care of yourself.
Right. So, there's not really no questions related to managing a busy life. I guess like my tips and advice would be, again, like I said, everybody needs to learn time management. I know like I feel like that should be taught in high school because you really don't.
Yes.
You really don't know how to manage time because, to be honest, like graduating high school, I was horrible at managing time. What, me and Faye John, we were partying until like 6 o'clock in the morning. I had to be to work by 7. I'm getting off. We started all over again. So it was just like I didn't understand time management until I had kids, and it was just like, in order for me to be the best person I could be for them, and also just be the best person I could be, period, like a very enjoyable person, I need to learn how, when I'm busy, how to be like, okay, I can tackle this, because I'm real big at if I'm overwhelmed, I get defeated and nothing.
Yeah.
Here comes the procrastination because I'm finna shut down. And now I'm overwhelmed and I need some time. That's why I always be like, I need to take a nap. No, I don't even take a nap. I literally probably sit in the bed and start scrolling on my phone because now I feel defeated. I don't want to do
it. I'm the same way.
So it's just like, mine is just always time management, making sure you know what needs to be done and getting it done on time and giving yourself time to get it done, and then knowing like, okay, I'm too busy, I need to take that step back. So for me, it's just like always just making sure like time management is such a big thing. You don't think it's so big until later on and you're old and now you need naps, because I'll be needing naps.
Oh man. Like why did we not like taking naps as kids? Like naps, you said it.
I hated taking a nap. My granny used to be like, take a nap.
Boy, like you said, you could have all these things to do, and you be like, I'm gonna take a 30-minute nap, and that alarm go off, you be like, roll over.
Nah, for real. Snooze.
Yeah, like
I'll wake up again.
Naps is life. Naps is a part of being a productive adult. Like that.
You should have naps at work, for real. I feel like we'll have so much better people to deal with. People won't be so upset during the day.
Oh, for real. Yeah.
We should.
But I mean, like in the service now, they got like they call it used to be just like physical fitness training, and now it's called holistic health and fitness. And it's like if you work more than whatever thing, you're supposed to be allowed a 30-minute. But just like anything, stuff be good on paper, and then you get human error. Like I ain't get to take a nap. That's your business. You needed a nap. You just wasn't able to take it. Let them take a nap. Like it's okay.
Right.
But I would say the tips, like I would say, do stuff. You kind of know. Don't nobody know. I won't say that. Because people be like, don't nobody know your body better than you or know you better than you. But some people do. When you're not paying attention to yourself or focusing on yourself, listen to the people who do know. Like, hey, you look like this, you got like that. But when you do learn yourself, just listen to yourself. Like, listen to yourself. And I'm not necessarily just saying, like, because sometimes your mind don't want to quit and your brain will be able to keep going. But just listen to your body. Listen to when you know, like, you know what? I say pay attention to the warning signs. Like, you know what? Them clothes been sitting there a few days, and I would have been undid them. you know what? I didn't get the grade that I would did on that assignment because I rushed it. Just learn what you are. Set, like you say, set boundaries and priorities and standards for yourself, for you will know when you falling below them. Like I know, like we can never get on here and just be like, "Girl, I ain't really feeling it," and but we need to do an episode, and we get up here and just we ain't doing that. Like regardless we feeling it or not, like we gonna get up here and put our best foot forward and give a good episode. So you know, like everything you said, time management. If I need to put a list, time management, prioritizing, you know, learning yourself, self-reflection, and like I say, stuff about life really balances itself out. Like past looks daunting when you try to take on too much. It's a 24-hour day, and the days go by so quick, and then the days go by slow, and this and that. But you learn to be like, I control this minute. I control this time, no matter where you at. Like can't nobody take away how you look at it. Like, oh well, I gotta stand up in the McDonald's window. Okay, cool, but you could stand up in your McDonald's window or working or whatever you gotta do. Hey, learn a line. You whatever you want to do, learn words. Every time you go on lunch break, learn as many words and spell them to yourself. Like, it's so many times where if you really prioritize what you want to do, your brain makes a way to do it that you wouldn't even think of. Like you'll start multitasking without even thinking about it. Like, all right, I do need to do this. All right, yeah, I do need to do that. So, like I say, that'll be the tips that I give.
So the next one is the wrapping up and key takeaways. I don't know how you want to do that.
What you got? You started off.
So I mean, what I take away from this is because I know that like I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna burn myself out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I always do it, but I'm so happy like I have somebody like Ray because he's definitely always the person like you're doing too much. You're becoming somebody you don't want to be. I think you need to take like a couple of days. Take a day. He's real big on take a day. What does that mean? Take a day. That's not. I can't do that.
Beyonce take a day.
I hate that. I hate when you be like, take a day. Take a day? What does that? When he first used to say it, I used to be like, what the fuck does that mean? Take a day. Do you not know that these kids don't stop? Every school ain't gonna understand that his mama need to take a day. It's not a real thing. But I do. I'm learning to be appreciative that he is teaching me to like for real. When I'm in the zone and he always be like, you're forgetting about yourself. I be like, forgetting about myself. Oh, I ain't got my hair done in a month. Like you'll see it. Like
exactly.
I don't know if people be paying attention, but like I'll wear a ponytail or I'll do something quick or I'll have like a top knot bun, and that'll be literally me not taking care of myself because I'm not worried and I'm in the zone because I'm too busy. And he'll be like, you need
yeah, you there.
You
we could hear you the whole time. You good. Your picture.
He be like, take a day. What does the take a day mean? Like I used to be so upset about that, but I do say like, you need those type of people around you. People know when you burnt out because sometimes we don't see it. Like we in this trends and it's just going and we just going. And so I would say that is another big part of it as well. But just wrapping it all up is you really need to learn self-care, understanding yourself, knowing your limits, knowing boundaries, setting them and making sure you stand on those, learning how to say no. I know life be life. I love saying that.
Life for life. Whether you want it to or not, life is gonna life.
Yes, and
you better figure out how you ride the wave.
I was just about to say that whether you tired, sleepy, or with full of energy, it's still gonna continue. So, I always want to be my best for folks, and I tell people that always make sure you your best self, whether people paying attention or not. So, that's
be your best. I always say, like you say, and of course, like with technology and all these different social media outlets and stuff, like you find stuff more. And it's one of like my favorite memes, like being yourself and giving 100% looks different every day. Then they got like the little stick figure like jumping, then they got it like under the cover and all of that. And I think that that'll be the key takeaway. Like, you wrapped up everything, like balance, priority, learning like how to say no, and just knowing that like take care of yourself, because life, regardless if you control it or not, like it's still going life. Like life is going life. So why not learn how? And it's not, like I said, it's not even controlling it. It's learning how to manage. It's learning how to be your best self while life is going on. Because life is the roller coaster that you don't know when it's gonna stop. Just like any other roller coaster, you get on, and you on for the duration of the ride. It could be 2 years, it could be 65 years. How you go manage it. So that'll be, like you said, everything. That'll definitely be the key takeaways. I was supposed to do this at the beginning of the episode, but we ended up getting busy. So I kind of spoke about it during this episode. And like I said, we had a soldier who died from a stray bullet, and she was 22 years old. And like, what's so messed up about it? It's kind of like we work in an environment where, like, if somebody down deployment, you cry, it hurt, whatever. But it's almost expected. It's kind of like if somebody down the streets, and you know that they do shit, like it's like expected. But for a soldier, like, I always think about when soldiers pass, like suicide or whatever. Because I think since I've been at Fort Cavazos, it's done been like 5 or 6 soldiers done passed. Suicide, getting killed, spouses killing or whatever. And that soldier wasn't standing around the fight, wasn't doing whatever. Like, just happened to be leaving the club and got shot because females want to argue. And it's like, you just shooting. One bullet took that soldier life. And it's messed up because I think about, like, I'm hot-headed. You ignorant, got a little hot temper, been shot at, been in fights, and it's just like, man, like, that soldier died, 22 years old. And the club that she got killed at, before I left out for training, I was at that club. And this is why I tell it, like, when I was at that club, like, I ain't speak to them or nothing. Like, that's what people think. Like, we soldiers, we see each other, but we don't, whatever. So like, I happened to see the soldier there, chilling, one dancing, one doing too much. They was chilling. And the person out, the guy who was driving ended up leaving out. And the chick we was with was still in there. Like, I walk out with him. I'm like, bro, you get in the car. You ain't tell her, come on. I go back in the club and get the chick. And we walking out. A guy in a white shirt bumping to her. Mind you, I just happened to turn around because you walking out with somebody, So I turn around and the guy bump her. And like, she just, stepped back and just like, look. And I was like, hey, like, excuse me. She's trying to get through. And the guy looked and was like, what are you, security? So mind you, it's like, people silly. So and sometimes, like, you feel like stuff, I can speak for myself, like, stuff is happening so blatantly that, like, trigger your bad habit. You feel like you getting tested. So, like, he was like, what are you, security? And I'm like, motherfucker, what? Like, so like the chick was like, man, it's time to go do his trip and whatever. So the guy talking, and at this point, I'm like, bro, you stay. I'm like, motherfucker, you need some home training. We walking. He like, yeah, blah blah blah. From that situation, I made it to the car. I came in. He made it to his truck, and he reached in the back seat, pulled his gun, and he just standing there with his pistol. And of course, like, I got my gun. The person I was with got a gun, but I'm just like, that incident sparked from nothing. The whole time we in the club, we chilling. I'm talking to people, like, people chilling. And just that small incident. And I was like, at first I was telling my old lady, like, hey, I want to check this spot out. Like, it'll be cool. It's R&B night. They doing new line dancing. And when that incident happened, I was like, I ain't doing this no more. And I was like, I ain't doing it no more. And it kind of messed me up when that soldier died at that same spot. One, because like I said, I seen her. And like, me being me, and shit that we do, it's like that one incident, I ain't going back there. Like, I'm chilling, I'm good on that. But people who ain't in stuff like that, that incident don't get to happen for you to go on and do that. Like, we grew up watching people fight bullets and people, so it's like I don't want to sit around and watch it. I'm not finna sit there, like, I'm leaving. Somebody get to arguing or somebody being stupid. Like, it's either you ain't trying to harm me or do nothing, I'm getting out of here. So definitely, like, RIP to Sergeant Favila. Like, my heart and stuff go out to her family. Like I say, it always messed me up when soldiers. It's sad when soldiers die and come back. Like I always cry, but when soldiers die, and it's like your parents didn't send you here for that. Like you end up dying, and you came out to protect civilians, and the same civilians you came to protect. That's the reason you lose your life. So I don't know. Like I say, like R.I.P. the song for Villa. I think her memorial is coming up this weekend. It's gonna be Las Vegas, but definitely, like I want to give a moment of silence to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, like I say, like, same thing, we go back to it. Like, life will get busy. And being in the service, I do give credit to that. It'll like, jump me into reality to realizing, like, it'll never be worth it not to go spend time with your family or not to prioritize yourself. Because you get to see it. Like, this soldier died. This soldier died on Thursday. And usually something happened, you do a recall. And the guy and one of the higher ups was like, "Oh, let people enjoy their 4 days." This soldier dead. Like, what you like? What do you mean? Like, literally,
Right.
it's gone life, and that, you know what I'm saying. So, like I say, man, like take care of yourself, prioritize yourself, and like that guy said in the field, it's easier to place a person than it is a piece of equipment. So, regardless of how unvaluable you think you are or how minuscule it is to do something that you want to do, that's all you need. Like, people can be like, robots are going to take our job, and you can't, no matter how much artificial intelligence they have out there, it can't take real human interaction. You can't tell the AI to be like, tell me about how you feel about this, about that. It only could give you what it can draw from the internet, or what it could think of. A robot can collapse if it don't do this, and a human able to keep going. Like, I feel like as people, we don't understand like how powerful we are and how much we mean. That's why you gotta take care of yourself. And like I said, I'm grateful that I am able to be a soldier, and I'm able to see, like, boy, man, these people gonna keep going. Like, these people gonna keep going. You might get a, like, they laugh in the hood. You get a T-shirt, but you might get a like, we getting a bracelet. Like, usually you see them for deployments, people that get lost. You get a bracelet with this soldier name on it, and it's just like, now you something that people talk about over child or a sad thing, and it's like, man, that soldier got family, and it's messed up. I share her on my page, and it was like, like, why did you join the army post? And it was like, she joined the army to get away from the life that she had, and then you just sit there and be like, dang, one bullet, one time, one night of going out, and that baby lost her life, 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, that it definitely messed me up. So, like I said, R.I.P. to her family, to listeners and viewers. Like, take care of yourself. Like, definitely prioritize yourself, because, like we saying, life get busy, and it's gonna life, and you're gonna have busy periods. Never let the busy periods get you out of focus. It's like a roller coaster. It's gonna be busy, and then it's gonna tempo out. It's gonna busy, then it's gonna tempo out. So prioritize yourself. Take care of yourself. You are important, and you're irreplaceable at the end of the day. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. But you want to wrap us up?
Okay, y'all. So thank y'all for listening to Overthinking Understanding. Understanding Overthinking. Y'all, please don't, please don't. Oh my gosh. But yes, y'all, if y'all would love to come back and listen to me more, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share the podcast as well, so y'all friends and their friends can listen and tune into the conversation. Do we have anything else that's coming up?
We gonna try to do better. Every time I'll be like, I want to do more episodes and want to do this and want to do that. It don't happen that way. But we do got merch. So people always be asking me for, like, the clothes and where can they get merch. Even my co-host, like, I send her a shirt, ain't the right size.
It took me 2 years.
It's been like 2 shirts, and I steady pop out with new shirts, and people be like, give me shirt, and it's easy for me because this is like, this is my baby. Like, I created this. So like, I go on there and order a shirt just like you going to Ross. Like, I want to order me a shirt, but we got merch coming. We got fall merch coming. Like, I got a video. If you go to our Facebook, our Instagram page, Overthinking Understanding Podcast, it's abbreviated for the Instagram page. For the Facebook page, it's not abbreviated. And I'm modeling like some of the fall merch. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go out and look for models just to take pictures, outfits, match the merch. But we got orange coming up and green. We got orange and green coming up for Halloween. We got brown and the dark browns and blacks and auburns and burgundies coming up for the fall. And then of course we got the blacks and pantsuits and everything coming up for the winter. So we definitely got merch coming. I'm getting ready to be riding around with it. I'm gonna be slinging it like crack. That ain't right?
In the 80s.
Pushing it like good dope. No, that's silly. But I'm getting ready to be doing it. My co-host will have some merch. So she wrapped us up as always. Thank you for tuning in to Overthinking Understanding Podcast. Until next time, go out there and be genuine and be good to people.
Bye.
At the end of the I